Alright, y'all, Venture Brad here, playing with my all-American lead solder. And I wanted to show you guys how I wired up my Surron tail light. So wiring and all that's kind of self-explanatory. This is just I think it was actually Amazon. I tried to do eBay, but tail light, motorcycle, universal multi-volt tail light. It's got two circuits, a running light and a brake light. So those wires come up to here, and this is the front and rear. The green's ground, or it's not. Green's ground here at the 5-volt plug. But when you get here, it's the input wire from the controller that's live all the time, 12 volts. And then this is the return back from the switch. So when you pull on the rear brick, or see, this is the front. It doesn't matter for you guys. Just connect to the red wires. So that brings power down through here. This wire comes off of here, and it comes into this little relay. There's the part number for you. So this relay, you wire it up, and this is a solid state DC switching relay. And it took me a little bit of time to find this, but the trick to this thing is on the right side here is your trigger side. So the number 2 is my positive, so that through this convoluted mess comes back to these pair of diodes. So that way it puts power on the positive side of the trigger. The other side is hooked back down to here, which is the green wire, factory green wire in the harness. That's why I kind of said ground earlier, but this green wire is ground. This is the 5-volt plug at your dash console key area, this area. Then the black wire is your positive. So the ground wire here comes up to here, and so when you complete the circuit by pulling on one of the other brakes, it completes the circuit in here, and then it tells the relay over here to close. Now here's the whole trick to this, and I hope you guys watch the video up to this point, because if you don't wire this right, it won't work right. So the positive and negative, normally relays, if you're used to playing with like a little square cube automotive like Bosch 10 ampere relay, or any inductive relay that just, you know, closes when it's got a coil, closes and physically closes, they don't care on the switching side, the polarity. Well, these solid state DC relays do. They will do weird things or barely put power through and stuff. So you want to have, you could switch the positive or the negative side here. That doesn't matter. So you could have ground coming in here and switch the ground side of things or the positive. But the thing is the plus side of this relay, you need to hook that to your source. So I have that back again through my convoluted mess over to the back of this plug. And so that's the black wire. So that's 12-volt power. And so that comes back up to here, and then coming out of that, and that's number 3, the ground side, that's the load side. So you need to put that to your light. So that goes down this wire here to my light. And then the other ground wire, the light, comes back and hooks up here, parallel to the wire that goes to my relay. So again, just to recap, ground source, I found the one down at the 5-volt power, easy to get to. Positive, that's triggered off of the red wires here. Unplug this stuff when you go to do it. It just gives you more room for soldering. You could always crimp or do other things, but I like soldering. And then you can see I have these little zip ties as the mechanical relief, and then electrical tape over the top. I guess I could have split the wires and got really in there and did shrinky dink, and I kind of screwed up here because I should have put shrinky dink in here, but at least I have this big piece here to go over it. So I'm going to shrinky dink around here, and then more liquid electrical tape, and slamish this slider all back together. But anyways, that's how you guys could DIY your own little brake light setup on your Ronster. So anyways, it's been Adventure Brad and Shackleton the Sniffing Explorer, and we are out.